Lodi. So that's what we're known for. This is our Klinker Brick Old Vine Zin. It's the one that started the winery in 2000. But what's really fun about this one is it has 16 different vineyards in it, ranging from 50 to 126 years old. Wow. So 50 years old is the youngest it can be to be designated Old Vine. But it brings that brightness from the 50-year-old vines. The 126 brings that nice concentration. So it gives a really good balance because Old Vine Zin and Zinfandel in general can be a little bit unstructured, a little flabby sometimes. And if you do that nice blend...
This is not flabby.
It's it's very pretty.
Yeah, this is...
It's spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is why...
It's got a real spice, almost like...
Try it with this Dodge City
Perfect
salami.
with a little bit of black pepper in it.
Yeah,
yep.
that's why I picked that one. And how killer is this label, right, with all the bricks on it? I mean, these bottles can't be cheap to make. I'm sorry.
All the silk screening is not cheap.
Yeah, like those are... but that's a very rocking bottle. I think, well, everything they're doing is dialed in.
I was going to say, I don't think you can top the Syrah, but this is like a couple of steps above that. Mm-hmm. That is so good.
It's for Zinfandel. I mean, I'm a Zinfandel fan. There's a lot of... Like Zinfandel, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't ripen uniformly.
No, it does not.
Like so so you might have a bunch of grapes. Some are underripe, perfectly ripe, overripe. So that's why it's hard to dial it in. And if you want maximum yields, then all the grapes are super ripe, and that's what you end up with the stuff in Safeway.
Correct. Yeah.
Like you have to drop some fruit or sort it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys sort it in the winery or?
Well, so first we'll go through, we try, if any of the vineyards are going over 5 ton an acre, my dad tells the crew to go through and take crop off. So no matter what, we're trying to keep the crop down. So we go about 5 to 6 ton is the max. Younger Old Vine Zins can go up to 10, 15, 20 a ton.
Yeah, so they're just getting everything super ripe and they're jammy, which is not a good term in wine, right?
Yeah.
But what she didn't bring, I'm going to circle back to this.
Right.
I'm going to beat her up about it. They have one called, tell them about the Old Ghost.
So Old Ghost is our reserve Old Vine Zin. It's like the big brother to the Klinker Brick Old Vine. Really fun. Has white label with the...
So basically, if you like this is...
the next level up.
Up here.
So it's like a cab drinker's Old Vine Zin. It has more structure, more layers, a little more tannin. It's a little beefier. It's 15.9 alcohol, but it doesn't taste like that. But, with Old Vine Zins, they are going to be higher in alcohol. They're going to be over 15.
Is it a sneaky wine?
It's a sneaky wine. You can get ghosted really fast with the ghost. That's what I always say.
He's used to that. Don't
He's still in his 20s. Of course he's used to it.
Well, but the Old Ghost is much... So these are the older vines, right? And then you said the production
shot of that.
Oh,
the
yeah.
production is a lot.
That's really good.
So the production on the Old Ghost is, you said, how many compared to this one?
So you mean like in case volume?
Yeah,
or...
like how many bottles do you produce of this versus the Old Ghost?
So the Klinker Brick Old Vine's our workhorse. It's the one we do about 30,000 cases of annually, and the Ghost we do about 10,000 6-packs. So it's a lot smaller production.
10,000 6-packs.
Not 12 packs.
Right.
But
and I have my hands on a couple.
But,
well, you know what? I will tell you, when that came in, and Ron, I'll give him a shout out, right?
Ron.
It's really good. And it's not overpriced for what you are getting. Mm-hmm. It's crazy good.
Yeah.
Now, we could ask her here, if I can score a sample from Ron, I'll bring one on the radio, and then I'll buy more. I don't want to put her on the spot here. We'll have to have Ron.
We'll talk to Ron.
We'll talk to Ron.
Yeah, talk to Ron. Get talking to Ron.
This is going to be the Klinker Brick show. You had Brick Mason last time, and now Ghost is coming.
Hey, well...
Let's call Ron right now. Gary? Yeah, Ron's number. We're going to call him right now.
Bring it or else.
Ron!
Well,
you're on the air.
Look, you
suck.
I only bring wines on, I don't bring stuff on that is not good for the money and just, period good, right? Mm-hmm. These wines are not, I think I don't want to tell her they're too cheap because she might jack up the prices, but honestly, I taste probably 5,000-6,000 wines a year from 20 different distributors, a lot. And I know what the prices should be, right? Like if you go buy a pound of bananas and somebody's like, it's $10 a pound, you kind of know that's too expensive, right? Like
Right.
they shouldn't be. So you get a feel for what this quality. These are amazing wines, period, but their value at the same time compared to what else is out there. That's why I invited you on the show. It's like,
I want to know how much this is.
I'll have to get back to you because it hasn't arrived yet.
What do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be
Farah?
around the 20 range, probably.
This is going to be around 20?
Right?
Yeah, it should be like, it'd probably be like 20 to 30, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's not super expensive. That's what I'm saying.
See, this is what's crazy to me. Because
Like this
because
first one?
when I came down to your shop and we got to taste some, spendy wines, this is way better to me. And for 20
Right.
some odd bucks,
Right.
I mean, why wouldn't you buy like a case of this?
I did.
I mean,
He did.
I'm talking about the average individual. I mean, this is like
Here, yeah,
this would be the kind of wine, and people go, "Wow,
it is.
oh my gosh, you must have," I mean,
Well,
this
they've
is-
got good marketing. The
this is
land's
brilliant.
cheaper in
The
Lodi.
land is a lot cheaper.
And think about it. If you're like talking about Nebbiolo and Barolo or Brunellos, they're
in which we talk about all the time, right?
well.
Gary?
No, what I'm saying
Having a
is
conversation about it the other
there's
day.
a floor on those prices because they're in all these restaurants everywhere, and you're kind of overpaying sometimes
man.
for the quality.
That is so good.
But Lodi is up and coming. If I were going to go to California, I wouldn't totally skip Napa, but I would just pick and choose a couple of them and then cruise over to Lodi and maybe Paso Robles, right?
Well, and with Lodi, what's really neat is that we have 112 different varietals being grown, and there's more coming. Like we're not experimenting, but there's other wineries experimenting with Greek varietals. You find a bottle for $7 up to $60 a bottle in tasting rooms. So there's something for everybody.
So what Greek varietals are they doing? Like reds or the whites?
There's a lot of whites coming in.
Okay.
Because we're looking.
I love them.
Because Lodi
Assyrtiko,
is that warmer
probably.
climate, so we're looking for Southern Rhone, Spanish, Portuguese, Greek whites that can do really well with our temperature. Because we get up to 105, 106.
Okay.
So
I have to mention on the wake up call, if you're just tuning in, we're sampling Klinker Brick wines, Farah
These are so good.
and her family. I mean, was your dad or your grandpa that started the winery?
my dad started the winery, but I'm 6th generation grape grower. We started growing in 1890.
Okay. So they kind of know what they're doing. They're out of Lodi, California.
think
we're
they
trying
figured it
their
out by now.
wines. And Robert from the Secret Wine Society brought Farah in. Secret Wine Society is in the mean streets of Oakland, Oregon.
It's a rough town. Be careful.
It is. It is. I mean, there's always, it's like knife fights and,
Yeah. Well, I
demons and
only saw
everything.
one brawl outside the OT. That was one time.
Yeah.
I won bingo there once.
Oh, well.
Nice.
I have one question about, so the actual winery itself. Tell us about the actual, winery events. Do you have restaurant? What do you have there?
What's sad about our county, San Joaquin County, is that we can't have any restaurants because we can't have commercial grade kitchens. There's only a few grandfathered in that can do that.
Wait, they don't let you have a commercial kitchen?
We can have a commercial kitchen, but it has to be for private events. We can't use it for when we're open for the general public.
Why?
That's weird.
What the hell?
Welcome to San Joaquin County.
Yeah, that's
They-
strange.
They're trying to protect agriculture. That's what they're saying. That if
So they don't want to have anybody have any restaurants there. God help us. We don't want to have any restaurants.
they want
We don't want
everybody to
any
go
farm-to-table
downtown for the
restaurants.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not
That's
stay
weird.
at the tasting rooms. But with us, we have ways around it. We buy cheese from the local cheese shop and
Ways around it.
charcuterie and
Buy off the
Yeah.
sheriff.
but no.
Here's $50.
With us, we are being different. I don't know if you've looked at our social media posts, but with us, we are being different. We're doing Dungeons and Dragon events, and we're doing barbecue
that's a throwback.
competitions. Yeah,
I kind of like the
we're
idea,
doing
though.
trivia nights. We're doing karaoke nights and music, and because every winery does music, it gets a little boring.
So
and
are
so
you the dungeon master?
I don't play. My tasting room manager, she gets involved, but
Is she the
bingo?
dungeon master?
I don't know. But somehow she got my mom to play once, and it was very impressive.
She's a level 25 cleric, by the way.
So basically, you guys are thinking outside the box.
We're
to
thinking
bring
outside the
people in.
box to bring people in and all ages. And, you know,
How far is Lodi from here?
about an 8-hour drive. I almost drove up here instead of flying. So
Wait, how
that's
far is it from San Jose?
So do you have a place that you can stay on your property for folks if they want to, like a little motel or?
Yeah, we have a guest house. It's a 2-bedroom guest house. It's called Nestled Between the Vines on VRBO. So it has a pool, 2 bedrooms,
a
2 bath.
pool?
Nice.
Yeah, and you're on the Marissa Vineyard, which is a 98-year-old vineyard.
How much is a night there?
A night is about $250, and then weekends $300. It's not bad for if you have 2 couples and has a
Yeah,
barbecue
2 couples
and pool.
between, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have, obviously, the wines are right there. So
Yeah, you're literally 5 minutes away from the tasting room.
Team bonding trip.
Woo!
Yeah.
Team bonding
Team
trip.
bonding trip.
Well,
We haven't
so
done-
I was going
we
to
haven't
ask you,
done that yet. We need
how
to do that.
far are you away from San Jose?
San Jose without traffic, an hour and 35 minutes.
So
roughly.
why would you even bring up San Jose? Who the hell wants to
Because-
go there?
I have to go to a wedding
Oh.
in July.
Oh,
And
so you
so-
have to go to the hell that is San Jose?
I'll take one for the team.
You know,
but
they talk about someplace being the armpit of a state. You got to think lower when you're talking about San Jose.
Well, but that's why I'm asking, because
Physiologically lower, much lower.
I can cut out and visit you then. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Yeah, no, we're hour and 40, hour and 50 from San Francisco without traffic, and the best route to get to us is if you fly into Sacramento. We're 40 minutes south of Sacramento.
I don't know whether I want to try the Syrah or more of that Zinfandel. That's
I go
just-
back to the Syrah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring some Northern
All
Rose
right.
stuff.
Can I have a little bit more of the Syrah, please? Thank you.
All right.
Are you getting anything to drink over there,
I am.
Gary?
It's actually fantastic. We're going to step aside, take a short break, and we'll be back to close up with the Wake Up Crawl next here on your Friday morning.
News Radio 1120 KPNW. It is the Wake Up Crawl. It is a Friday edition with Robert from the Secret Wine Society, Farah Jolly from Klinker Brick Winery in Lodi, California.
Yeah, and thanks
I know-
for doing this for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
I'm happy
really
to be
awesome.
here.
I mean,
What a fun day.
the first wine, it was nice. The second 2 wines, and people know I'm not a big white wine guy.
That's the thing. Like if he actually doesn't say he hates it, that means it's very good.
Good.
If that makes sense.
But
I
I mean,
yep.
the Syrah is one of the better Syrahs that we've had in here over the years. We've been doing wine stuff. That's really tasty. The Old Vine Zin is off the freaking hook. Are you going to have that stuff in the shop?
I will. So
Robert?
it's going to be next week because of delivery schedule. It'll come next
How
Wednesday.
much you going to have?
Probably about a case of each or so. And the Old Ghost, the one we talked about, that is the little or the big brother to this little guy.
Yeah.
It'll be here next week. So if you're interested, this weekend I will not have it because of the delivery schedule, but it'll be here after that.
And this, the Old Zin, that is
crazy
the little brother of Mangling Ghost or whatever
It's
you
in
call
the
it.
20s. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's a steal.
Seriously, that's an awesome deal because that is an awesome wine.
You have a family-owned winery. The
I
quality's
wanna,
there.
I
and the
want to
prices
curl
are
up in a
there.
corner with that.
We
I
should
mean,
just
seriously.
go. We need to go check the place out and just
Yeah,
do a
come
tour
on down to
the area.
Lodi.
Yeah,
We're
let's
fun.
go.
We have a lot of fun down there.
Well, yeah, you play Dungeons and Dragons.
They do, and they're not charging you $100 for a crappy tasting. I mean,
Playing
like
Dungeons
Napa.
and Dragons, and probably you go into the tasting
Yeah.
room. They've got an old Pac-Man machine in there.
And we have 35 wines in the taste room, so we have a lot of options.
What's your weirdest?
My weirdest is probably my German blend that's in the taste room. It's Weissburgunder, Rieslaner, and Gewürztraminer blend.
Of
Whoa.
course. We were just talking about Gewürztraminer the other day, weren't we, Gary?
Yes, we were.
How long do we
Gewürz is an
have?
interesting grape.
30 seconds? Yep. Okay, where are you at, Robert?
Okay, we are
Secret Wine
off-
Society, Oakland,
Yes,
Oregon.
Oakland, Oregon, exit 140, 1 minute off the highway. Come see us this weekend. Open at noon. So what is today's Friday? Anyway, we close at 8:00, and just see us. No events this weekend.
Farah with Klinker Bricks Wines. If you see them around, pick up a bottle of it because everything we've had has been rockin' hot. Thank you, Farah.
Thank
And
you.
we'll have that and more. Thanks, guys.
We're out.